this here is the Irvin building. It was built in 1913. It's got that beautiful frontage there. It's a big set of apartments around the back of it. Now, it was built by Richard Irvin, and Irvin was a famous fishing entrepreneur in North Shields, and he was the guy who pioneered steam trawlers. I think he had a fleet of about 30 steam trawlers himself, and he was involved with the fishing industry all the way up the coast, from Great Yarmouth and Norfolk to Peterhead in Scotland. So Richard Irvin was really a great pioneer and a great businessman around here, and he also established the Fisherman's Mission to, you know, protect the welfare of the fishermen. Obviously, it's the most dangerous job in the country, so he was keen in promoting that. Now, actually, on the site of that building, long ago in 1225, when North Shields was first founded, I mentioned earlier that there was a series of huts, shields, built along the spit of land at Clifford's Fort. But on this side of the Powerburn, you can imagine the Powerburn River ran all the way down here. It ran all the way from Northumberland Park up there and right down here. And on this side, on Union Street, on this side here, there was a jetty, and the prior built a jetty on the other side of the river. And now, my kind of theory on this is that, like, maybe the fishing, supplying the priory and the monks with fish, was again a bit of a smokescreen for what was actually really going on. Maybe the prior Germanus was more interested in getting coal and getting salt out of here, and the fishing shields and the jetty were a way to do that under a ostensibly legitimate face. So basically, there was a lot of there was a big salt marsh around here. This area was known as the salt marsh, and because officially North Shields was not allowed to export coal, Newcastle had the monopoly on all that. The prior had to use the coal somehow, so he fired the salt pans with it to produce salt, and so those salt pans were burning 24/7 to cook to dry out the salt, so that salt could be exported, and the priory could make a lot of money through that. Now, I have this book here called The Comprehensive Guide to Northumberland by W.W. Tomlinson. It's a very famous history book. It was published in 1891, and Tomlinson says this on this very area, on this spot where the jetty was. Let's read it. The priors of Tynemouth seem to have had a small harbour there, for in digging to make gas tanks at the lowlights in a place called the Salt Marsh in Powdene, at the depth of 12 feet and 6 inches from the surface, the workmen came to a framing of large oak beams, black as ebony, pinned together with wooden pins or tree nails, the whole resembling a wharf or pier where the ships, drawing 9 or 10 feet of water, had come. This had probably been part of this erection by the prior of Tynemouth, who, at his own cost, was obliged to remove, destroy, or abolish the use of such wharfs, markets, buildings, etc., as he had formed at North Shields. So that's what Tomlinson said. They found a jetty a long time ago. They found it 12 feet down from here, and that was meant to be the original prior's jetty, where he could moor his fishing boats for the very first fishermen here at North Shields around the time of like 1225, when North Shields was founded, which is almost 800 years from today, 798 years. So that's the story of the site of the Irvin building on Union Street.